Hey everyone, welcome to the Director's Corner. My name is Katie Barker and I'm the Director of the Center for Excellence of Pensacola. Here at the Director's Corner, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight each month about what's happened, what's gone on, give you a little recap of the month, as well as let you know about upcoming events and things that you can be prepared for. To start off right here, I thought that we would start with 2024 recap of everything that we did in the year 2024. So let's get to that annual recap. First off, if you don't know who the Center for Excellence is, the Center for Excellence is a U.S. nonprofit organization right here in the city of Pensacola that believes in community transformation one life at a time. We believe that by impacting an individual, you can in turn impact a community and change the culture of the area that you're in. With that, we have four main programs and services. We're going to start with the AWARE Initiative. The AWARE Initiative stands for Abolitionists Who Are Ready, Educate. AWARE is all about bringing education to human trafficking here in Pensacola. We did several talks and different community things. We partnered with the A21 Walk for Freedom with the Pensacola Dream Center, and we passed out over 10,000 articles of information and info cards about what human trafficking looks like here in the city. That was a huge win for us. We're looking to expand that program here in 2025, doing even more talks in our city, making more collaborations with those in the area and here in the Circuit 1 to bring an end to this atrocity here in our streets. The next one that we have is the community table. And the community table is our once a month food subsidy program. The community table, we pass out Narcan for Jamie's mom's house. We have all kind of information and flyers. This is how we let people know about the programs and services that we have as we feed those in our community. We collaborate with Feeding the Gulf Coast, which is where we get our food from each month to help feed these families. We have 5 different distributions that we do throughout the month. These are families that might have never been on food stamps. They've never gotten government assistance before, but because of the current economy, they need help with that monthly budget. And we're here to step in and give them that box of food that can provide 1 to 2 weeks worth of meals, depending on how it's separated. So to give you a little bit of stats here about the community table, provided an estimated of 46,000 meals to our community. That equated to 1,977 families. We served over 6,572 people. Of those, half of those were adults. We had another 2/3 of that ended up being children, and then we served almost 1,000 seniors this year. So we're really excited about what the community table is doing. We love interaction. We love talking to those. We love hearing the stories of those that are coming in and how we've helped. So many families have come in. They've used us in between jobs, and then they've ended up going out in the community and finding jobs and resources, and then they end up moving on from the community table. It's so incredible to see how the community table truly is impacting lives in our community and how we're truly able to see individuals and hear their stories. So we love the community table. We love what we're doing there. It's completely volunteer ran from the volunteers that come in and help us. And so we love those volunteers, and we're excited about what's happening there at the community table. With our hand up practical skills classes, we're doing a little bit of a revamp. We served over 50 people last year, giving them practical skills, and that included a partnership that we did collaborating with the Curry House, bringing in those young people and doing an adulting 101 class. This year, we're looking to expand our influence in our Hands Up Practical Skills class with some new branding, some new resources, and new classes as we go into 2025. So you're going to want to stay tuned to hear about that and some upcoming episodes of the Director's Corner. Finally, I want to highlight Jamie's Mom's House, which, if you know, Melissa Moyer Push is the founder of Jamie's Mom's House. Melissa lost her son to a fentanyl overdose about 8 years ago now, and James is the reason why Jamie's Mom's House exists. You know, Melissa pulled herself together. She rallied herself, and not only did she rally her for herself, but she has become somebody, which is their slogan, all over town and all over the United States, as well as some people in Canada and other nations of the world. So we are super excited about everything Melissa's doing here with Jamie's Mom's House. They ran their second annual purse bingo, which brought in, this is their major fundraiser for the year. You're going to get to hear a little bit about the third purse bingo coming up in April because we just had it on March 1st, but I'm going to save those details till then. We've got Overdose that we hosted as our very first town hall meeting that we hosted. We brought in the Sheriff's Department, Michelle Salzman from the House of Representatives here in the state of Florida, Jeff Burgosh from the County Commissioners, and we got all these leaders as well as families and other organizationals and NGOs came together and we discussed overdose in the city of Pensacola, what it looks like, where it's coming from, and what we as community members can do to take a stand against what's happening in our streets and what's happening with the addiction here in Pensacola. And we did the Hope Walk, which was our third annual Hope Walk here in the city of Pensacola. The Hope Walk this year, we collaborated with Hope Above Fear, and we walked to Valerie's house for an event that they were having. It was an incredible march. We walked with signs of loved ones. We walked with our Be Somebody Somebody shirts, and with statistics, bringing awareness to the opioid crisis here in Pensacola, in America, and really getting people's attention and having them ask questions about why we're walking, what's going on, all while bringing a face to all the numbers that we hear over and over on the news today. So again, Hope Walk's incredible. We do it every year. Pay attention and watch out for this year's Hope Walk here in 2025. The other big highlight that we have is we ran a billboard campaign, again in collaboration with Hope Above Fear, Stephanie Shepard and her group, and they did a Never Say Not My Child billboard where it had individual pictures of children that had been lost to addiction. Of course, we had Mr. James Moyer up there, and Melissa was out there with her crew and with other families who have lost their children to addiction. And they stood underneath this sign. They passed out Narcan. They brought awareness. They talked to people who stopped by. And it was absolutely incredible awareness event to opioid, to the crisis that's going on. They were able to connect with other families and individuals who had lost people. And so this was a huge win. The billboard stayed up for almost 6 months right there on the corner of Fairfield and Mobile Highway. So right in our backyard. I would like to just highlight all of our volunteers here. We've got volunteers that help us with the community table. We've got volunteers that help us at community events. We've got people that come into the office every day that help us plan for events, that help us do all sorts of stuff. And we could not do what we do if we did not have the volunteers here at the Center for Excellence of Pensacola. I also want to give a big shout out to all of our Excellence Institutes and all of our Excellence Club. Our Excellence Club are those individuals that partner with us monthly to help make everything that I just said possible. So a big shout out to all the Excellence Club. Excellence Institutes are those individuals who either give a $1,000 donation or that they're a business that partners with us monthly. Because of those monthly partners, we're really able to supply all the food that we give out every month, as well as our promotional material for the awareness for opioids and human trafficking. So again, big shout out to those. You're going to see more about a new campaign, which I want to be the first one to let you guys know. We've always done partnerships for 30, 50, and $100+ dollars. If you're an organization or business, you can partner with us. Well, I'm going to tell you, I know that for some people's budget, that's out of reach. Katie, I can't do that. But this is what I want to ask you. Could you do a fast food meal a month? Could you give that up to help us supply and make an impact here in the city of Pensacola? For just $15. If you go to a Whataburger and you got that one of their meals, say you got the number one with a large drink and a large Coke, you're going to walk out of there with about $15 worth of food. If you give up that meal once a month, this is what you could help us do. 3 families, $15 will supply 3 families with a box of groceries for the month. That's a box of groceries for 3 families. For the one meal you're going to eat, you can survive 3 families with a box of food that can help feed their families for 1 to 2 weeks. With that $15, you can help us provide a wake meal for a family for an unplanned funeral. Someone who's lost their loved one to addiction unexpectedly. Jamie's mom's house goes in there. We provide a wake meal. We love on that family, and we help supply just hope for them in their time of need. With $15 a month, you can help provide 5 people of the materials they need for a practical skills class. You can help them get that hand up that they need and help them start a brand new future right there here at the Center for Excellence by just $15 a month. Also, for $15 a month, you can supply 1 classroom here, a high school classroom, with aware material. And that's posters, that's awareness stuff, that's bracelets with the human trafficking hotline number where they can see something and say something for just $15 a month. So I just want to ask you, if that's something that you can do. If you say, Katie, I would love to partner today for $15 a month, I can commit to giving up that one fast food meal a month to help bring hope and healing, to help bring impact to my city, and to help change lives right here in the city of Pensacola. Please click the link below. Go to the center, CENTRE, the number 4, excellence.org. Click that donate button and become a monthly partner today. Again, for just $15, you can help us bring hope and healing to the city of Pensacola and to individuals, as well as make an impact in families and lives here in the city, all for the purpose of transforming the community one life at a time. Again, this is the first episode of Director's Corner. Thank you so much for stopping by. I can't wait to see you next month as I give you a little recap of everything that's happening right here at Center for Excellence of Pensacola.